ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಏಕಲಾವತಿ ಕಾಮತ್, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಂಥಾಲಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರೇಣಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಈಗ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮೊ ಇನ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲಿ 3ನೇ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ, ಪಾಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಂದಿ ಈ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮೊದಲನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್. Sanskrit is a classical language of South Asia belonging to the Indo-Aryan branch of the Indo-European languages. It arose in South Asia after its predecessors languages had diffused there from the northwest in the late Bronze Age. Sanskrit is the sacred language of Hinduism, the language of classical Hindu philosophy and of historical texts of Buddhism and Jainism. It was a link language in ancient and medieval South Asia, and upon a transmission of Hindu and Buddhist culture to Southeast Asia, East Asia and Central Asia in the early medieval era. It became a language of religion and high culture and of the political elites in some of these regions. As a result, Sanskrit had a lasting impact on the languages of South Asia, Southeast Asia, and East Asia, especially in their formal and learned vocabularies. The greatest dramatist in Sanskrit, Kalidasa, wrote in classical Sanskrit, and the foundations of modern arithmetic were first described in classical Sanskrit. The two major Sanskrit epics, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, however, were composed in a range of oral storytelling registers called epic Sanskrit, which was used in northern India between 400 BCE and 300 CE, and roughly contemporary with the classical Sanskrit. In the following centuries, Sanskrit became a tradition bound, stopped being learned as a first language, and ultimately stopped developing as a living language. The hymns of the Rig Veda are notably similar to the most archaic poems of the Iranian and Greek language families, the Gathas of old Avestan and Iliad of Homer. As the Rig Veda was orally transmitted by methods of memorization of exceptional complexity, rigor, and fidelity, as a single text without variant readings, its preserved archaic syntax and morphology are of vital importance in the reconstruction of the common ancestor language, Proto-Indo-European. Sanskrit does not have an attested native script. From around the turn of the first millennium CE, it has been written in various Brahmic scripts and in the modern era most commonly in Devanagari. Sanskrit status, function, and place in India's cultural heritage are recognized by its inclusion in the Constitution of India's 8th Schedule languages. However, despite attempts at a revival, there are no first language speakers of Sanskrit in India. In each of India's recent decadal censuses, several thousand citizens have reported Sanskrit to be their mother tongue, but the numbers are thought to signify a wish to be aligned with the prestige of the language. Sanskrit has been taught in traditional gurukulas since ancient times. It is widely taught today at the secondary school level. The oldest Sanskrit college is the Banaras Sanskrit College, founded in 1791 during the East India Company rule. Sanskrit continues to be widely used as a ceremon- ceremonial and ritual language in Hindu and Buddhist hymns and chants. History. Sanskrit belongs to the Indo-European family of languages. It is one of the three earliest ancient documented languages that arose from a common root language now referred to as a Proto-Indo-European language. Vedic Sanskrit 1500 to 500 BCE, Mycenaean Greek 1450 BCE, and Ancient Greek 750 to 400 BCE, Hittite 1750 to 1200 BCE. Colonial era scholars familiar with the Latin and Greek were struck by the resemblance of the Sanskrit language, both in its vocabulary and grammar, to the classical languages of Europe. In the Oxford Introduction to Proto-Indo-European and the Proto-Indo-European World, Mallory and Adams illustrate the resemblance with the following examples: English, Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit. The Indo-Aryan migrations theory explains the common features shared by Sanskrit and other Indo-European languages by proposing that the original speakers of what became Sanskrit arrived in South Asia from a region of common origin somewhere northwest of the Indus region during the early second millennium BCE. Evidence for such a theory includes the close relationship between the Indo-Iranian tongues and the Baltic and Slavic languages, vocabulary exchange with the non-Indo-European Uralic languages, and the nature of the tested Indo-European words for flora and fauna. Decline. Sanskrit declined starting about and after the 13th century. This coincides with the beginning of Islamic invasions of South Asia to create and thereafter expand the Muslim rule in the form of sultanates and later the Mughal Empire. With the fall of Kashmir around the 13th century, a premier center of Sanskrit literary creativity, Sanskrit literature there disappeared, perhaps in the fires that periodically engulfed the capital of Kashmir, or the Mongol invasion of 1320 states Sheldon Pollock. The Sanskrit literature, which was once widely disseminated out of the northwest regions of the subcontinent, stopped after the 12th century. As Hindu kingdoms fell in the eastern and the south India, such as the great Vijayanagara Empire, so did Sanskrit. Scholars are divided on whether or when Sanskrit died. Western authors such as John Snelling state that Sanskrit and Pali are both dead Indian languages. Indian authors such as M. Ramakrishnan Nair state that Sanskrit was a dead language by the first millennium BCE. Sheldon Pollock states that in some crucial way, Sanskrit is dead. After the 12th century, the Sanskrit literary works were reduced to re-inscription and restatements of ideas already explored, and any creativity was restricted to hymns and verses. This contrasted with the previous 1500 years when great experiments in moral and aesthetic imagination marked the Indian scholarship using classical Sanskrit states followed. When the British introduced English to India in the 19th century, knowledge of Sanskrit and ancient literature continued to flourish as the study of Sanskrit changed from a more traditional style into a form of analytical and comparative scholarship mirroring that of Europe. Then now Pali. Pali is a Middle Indo-Aryan liturgical language native to the Indian subcontinent. It is widely studied because it is the language of the Pali Canon or Tipitaka and is the sacred language of Theravada Buddhism. The earliest archaeological evidence of the existence of a canonical Pali comes from PU city states inscriptions found in Burma dated to the mid 5th to mid 6th centuries CE. Origin and development of Pali. The word Pali is used as a name for the language of the Theravada canon. The word seems to have its origins in commentatorial traditions, wherein the Pali, in the sense of the line of original text quoted, was distinguished from the commentary or vernacular translation that followed it in the manuscript. K.R. Norman suggests that its emergence was based on a misunderstanding of the compound Pali Bhasha, with the Pali being interpreted as the name of a particular language. The name Pali does not appear in the canonical literature, and in commentary literature is sometimes substituted with the Tanti, meaning a string or a lineage. This name seems to have emerged in Sri Lanka early in the second millennium CE during a resurgence in the use of Pali as a courtly and literary language. Geographic origin of Pali. There is a persistent confusion as to the relation of Pali to the vernacular spoken in the ancient kingdom of Magadha, which was located around modern day Bihar. Beginning in the Theravada commentaries, Pali was identified with the Magahi, the language of the kingdom of Magadha, and this was taken to also be the language that the Buddha used during his life. In the 19th century, the British Orientalist Robert Taylor Childrens argued that the true or geographical name of the Pali language was Magadhi Prakrit, and that because Pali means line, row, or series, the early Buddhists extended the meaning of the term to mean a series of books. So Pali Bhasha means language of the text. However, modern scholarship has regarded Pali as a mix of several Prakrit languages from around the 3rd century BCE, combined together and partially Sanskritized. There is no attested dialect of Middle Indo-Aryan with all the features of Pali. In the modern era, it has been possible to compare Pali with the inscriptions known to be in Magadhi Prakrit, as well as other texts and grammars of that language. While none of the existing sources specifically document pre-Ashokan Magadhi, the available sources suggest that Pali is not equitable with that language. Early history. The Theravada commentaries refer to the Pali language as Magadhan or the language of Magadha. This identification first appears in the commentaries and may have been an attempt by Buddhists to associate themselves more closely with the Maurya Empire. However, only some of the Buddha's teachings were delivered in the historical territory of Magadha kingdom. Scholars consider it likely that he taught in several closely related dialects of Middle Indo-Aryan, which had a high degree of mutual intelligibility. Dis- Despite an expansion of the number and influence of Mahavira derived monastics, this resurgence of Pali study resulted in no production of any new surviving literary works in Pali. During this era, correspondences between royal courts in Sri Lanka and mainland Southeast Asia were conducted in Pali, and grammars aimed at speakers of Sinhala, Burmese, and other languages were produced. The emergence of the term Pali as the name of the language of the Theravada canon also occurred during this era. 19th century Burmese Kammavaka, written in Pali on a gilded palm leaf. Confession for Buddhist monks. Now the Hindi. Hindi, or more preciously modern standard Hindi, is an Indo-Aryan language spoken chiefly in India. Hindi has been described as a standardized and Sanskritized register of the Hindustani language, which itself is based primarily on the Khari Boli dialect of Delhi and neighboring areas of northern India. Hindi, written in the Devanagari script, is one of the two official languages of the Government of India, along with the English language. It is an official language in 9 states and 3 union territories, and an additional official language in 3 other states. Hindi is also one of the 22 scheduled languages of the Republic of India. Hindi is the lingua franca of the Hindi belt, and to a lesser extent other parts of India. Outside India, several other languages are recognized officially as Hindi, but do not refer to the standard Hindi language described here, and instead descend from other dialects such as Awadhi and Bhojpuri. Such languages include Fiji Hindi, which is official in Fiji, and Caribbean Hindustani, which is spoken in Trinidad, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guyana, and Suriname. Apart from the script and formal vocabulary, standard Hindi is mutually intelligible with the standard Urdu, another recognized register of Hindustani, as both share and common colloquial base. As a linguistic variety, Hindi is the fourth most spoken first language in the world after Mandarin, Spanish, and English. Hindi alongside Urdu as a Hindustani is the third most spoken language in the world after Mandarin and English. Hindi, written in a Devanagari script, is the most prominent language spoken in the country. In the 2001 census, 422 million people in India reported Hindi to be their native language. This figure not only included Hindi speakers of Hindustani, but also people who identify as native speakers of related languages who consider their speech to be a dialect of Hindi. The Hindi belt, Hindi or Hindustani is the native language of most people living in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, and Rajasthan. Modern Standard Hindi, a standardized language, is one of the official language of the Union of India. In addition, it is one of only two languages used for business in Parliament. However, the Rajya Sabha now allows all 22 official languages on the 8th schedule to be spoken. Hindustani evolved from Khari Boli, a prominent tongue of Mughal times, which itself evolved from Apabhramsha and intermediary transition stage from Prakrit, from which the major North Indian Indo-Aryan languages have evolved. Varieties of Hindi spoken in India include Rajasthani, Braj Bhasha, Braj Bhasha, Haryanvi, Bandeli, Kannuji, Hindustani, Awadhi, Bagheli, Bhojpuri, Magahi, Nagpuri, and Chhattisgarh. By virtue of its being a lingua franca, Hindi has also developed regional dialects such as Bambaya Hindi in Mumbai. In addition, a trade language, Andaman Creole Hindi, has also developed in the Andaman Islands. In addition, by use in a popular culture such as songs and films, Hindi also serves as a lingua franca across both North and Central India. Hindi is widely taught both as a primary language and a language of instruction and as a second tongue in most states. History of Hindi language. Middle Indo-Aryan to Hindi. Like other Indo-Aryan languages, Hindi is a direct descendant of an early form of Vedic Sanskrit through Shauraseni, Prakrit, and Shauraseni Apabhramsha. For Sanskrit, Apabhramsha corrupt. From Sanskrit, Apabhramsha means corrupt, which emerged in the 7th century CE. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಇನ್ನು ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ವಿಡಿಯೋದ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸವಿಸ್ತಾರವಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.